Good evening for Madison Community Television and Daniel Hand High School Tiger football. This is Kent Sprague behind the microphone and Steve Fust behind the camera today. We have the coin toss in the middle of the field of the fifth game of the season for Hand against the Huskies of Morgan High School in Clinton. The game is played in Clinton on Saturday afternoon. The Clinton Morgan Huskies are 2-2 coming into this game. They have beaten East Haven and Massac and lost to Foran and Stratford. Last week they lost to Stratford by a big score, but that was probably not indicative of the team. Hand comes into this game 4-0 after a close win last week against Law of Milford. The captains for Hand in the middle of the field are Mike Burrell and Peter Lawler. And after the coin toss, we will be underway very shortly. We are about ready for kickoff for this fifth game of the season. This is the midpoint of the 10-game schedule for Hand. Won the first 4, and after this game they'll be halfway through their season. Hand has won the toss and will receive. Back deep to receive our number 34 is Lawler, and Lawler is going to catch it near the sideline. The near sideline goes up the sideline, steps out of bounds. And he will be at about the 27-yard line, 25-yard line. In the lineup for Hand to receive that kick is number 8, and that's Jim Willis. So, Hand's first place from scrimmage is handed off to number 8. That number, I'm sorry, but I have number 8 as Willis, but I think that's Eric Hamill. Hamill normally wears 22. So the first play gains about 3 yards. Second and 7 coming up for Hand. I will pick up the rest of the offensive players for Hand as I get a chance. Mark Gumkowski starts at quarterback, and Burrell gets the ball at the fullback position, gains about 2. In the offensive lineup, in the line for Hand, our number 78 is Tim Hevesy over the ball at center. The left side of the line are Andy Drennan and Mike Salmani. On the right side of the line are Mike Anderson and Rob Mason, with Matt Soper at the tight end position. Peter Lawler is a slot right this time, and handed off this time to a man who is going to be short of a first down. That's 38, Dan Larragee, carries the ball. That's going to bring up 4th and 1 for Hand, and probably a punting situation at just short of the 35-yard line. Back in punt formation is Dan Glenn for Hand. Morgan drops one man deep and gets a foot kick off, a good kick, good high kick. Hits and bounces and is down by Ryan Torres at about the 31. So Hand's first possession is 3 and out with a punt, and Morgan gets the ball at the 31.
yards every time. What? Let me move my head.
Morgan comes out with men split wide each side of the field, man in motion, and quarterback in a shotgun formation, looking to throw, and in and out of the hands of the receiver about 15 yards deep. Incomplete pass, 2nd and 10. The passer for Morgan looks like he has a good arm. We'll see how well his receivers are able to hang onto the ball. That time it was thrown a little bit high, and the man did not bring it down. Shotgun formation, same type of formation, man in motion. And a long throw down the middle, that's intercepted by hand. That's Ryan Dorez, brings it back to the 45, and the ball is on the ground. It is knocked loose, but whistle is blown dead at the 45. Ryan Dorez with an interception.
Who's your number 8? D-Lodge, since D-Lodge wearing number 8. Or, I mean, Eric Hamill's wearing number 8.
We have just confirmed that number 8 in the lineup for hand at the tailback position is Eric Hamill. He normally wears number 22. He must have ripped his shirt. Handed off to Hamill this time, and a good gain up the middle, driving forward for about 7 or 8 yards. Right behind the blocking of Tim Hevesy and Andy Drennan, just to the left of center. They give him 7 yards on the carry. Hand's strong running game consists mainly of Mike Burrell and Eric Hamill. Both of them are averaging over 6 yards per carry this year. Hand off this time to the first man, Burrell. He's got an opening, and he's heading for a long gain. He will be stopped inside the 10-yard line. The ball was carried from about the 35 down to inside to about the 8. So a good long gain, quick hitter by Mike Burrell. First down and goal for hand inside the 10. Number 82, Bob Duggan, is out. Tom Hopkins is in tight end position. Burrell and Hamill gets the pitch on a toss to the right, and Hamill's got an opening into the end zone. Touchdown, Hand. So Hand scores first in this game with 8:32 left in the first quarter on an 8-yard run. Toss to the right, and good blocking ahead of him. A wide open hole, takes it in the end zone standing up. That blocking on the right side was by Matt Soper and Mike Anderson and Rob Mason. Jim Willis in to try the conversion. We have a slight delay as one of the Morgan players gets his pads adjusted. The conversion try coming. Tim Hevesy is the snapper. Mark Gumkowski the holder. Jim Willis the kicker. Good snap, good hold. Kick is up. And no good. Off to the left. Well, Jim Willis, who has hit all but one extra point all year long, just missed the first one. So Hand leads 6-0 with 8:32 left, first quarter. Hand is set to kick off back to Morgan with Tom Hopkins shining the ball at the 40-yard line. Hopkins has been kicking the last couple of games, and he normally hits it low and hard, hoping for a bounce and to prevent a run back, because one of Hand's problems this year has been coverage on kicks. Hopkins set to kick. And it's hit low and bounced and fielded and picked up at about the 25. Man swinging to the near side. Good coverage that time. He only gets to the 30.
Good return by number 9, Eric Hines.
About a 5-yard return. Morgan's second possession starts at the 30, and so far they have showed to be a passing team, and they're in a shotgun formation again, this time with the receivers split wide each side, man in motion to the near side. hand it off to the backfield. And man swinging to the near side. He's got some room to run. Near a first down. Right about the 40. So if they give it to him across the 40, he's got a first down. So a draw play to the one other backfield man behind the quarterback. First down for Morgan.
Down for Morgan.
This time the quarterback is up over center, hands off to the man right up the middle, and met by Malik. Linebacker Tom Malik met the ball carrier, carried forward for about 2.
With Mr. Parsons, please report to the flagpole. Mr. Parsons.
In on defense for Han, number 40, Mac Dolan playing one corner, Tom Hopkins playing the other corner. Safeties are Peter Lawler, Ryan Dorez, and Eric Hamill. Pitch this time to the right for Morgan, and he's hitting the back, and the ball's on the ground. And initial hit there.
Pitch to Luis Rivera.
I didn't see the man's number. But
Over up third down for Morgan.
looked like Soper made a good play on the far sideline. That will bring up 3rd and 10. The 4 down linemen for Hand are Tim Hevesy on the near side. I'll get the rest of them in the next play. Looking to pass and being rushed and sacked in the backfield. And that's Larragee goes through from a linebacker position and tackles the quarterback for a loss. Dan Larragee shot the gap and sacked the quarterback. 4th down and about 20 for Morgan. We're down to 6.5 minutes left, first quarter. Hand is leading 6-0. 4th and long. Morgan in punt formation. Back to receive are Hamill and Lawler, and it's a high, short kick. Yeah, but a good roll for Morgan. It's going to go across the 40 down to about the 37. Out of bounds on the far side. Hands 3rd possession of this game. First time they were 3 and out with a punt, and the second time they took it down to score. And off this time to tailback Hamill, who gains about 2. Eric Hamill takes the ball over the 40. He's wearing number 8 for this ball game. Eric Hamill has been carrying the ball on average of about 24 times a game and is averaging 6.2 yards per carry. Second down, pitch to the right this time. Hamill cuts it back, got some room to run, got a first down, got more. Still going about the 42, 43. So a first down for Hand, and Hamill adds to his impressive yardage totals.
That will be a first down for Hand.
Ball to 43. Tim Hevesy over the ball at center. Mark Gumkowski all the way at quarterback, hands off to Mike Burrell, who gains a couple of yards near the 40. Ryan Dorez has been in on offense for the last couple of plays in the slot to the right. Larragee is in a fullback for Burrell. 2nd and 8. Ryan Dorez in motion. Gumkowski looking to throw, rolling right. Throws complete pass to Ryan Dorez near the sideline. About a 5-yard gain. Ryan Dorez made a good catch on the near sideline. Bring up 3rd and almost 3.
So bring up 3rd and about 4 for Hand.
We had a flag on that play. I didn't see the flag. I thought he was marking the sideline, but we have an unnecessary roughness penalty against Morgan tacked onto the end of the play. I believe that was a hit out of bounds after Ryan Doris was already out. So that adds to the yardage, makes a first down. They're going to march it clear down to just short of the 20-yard line.
Okay.
4.5 minutes left, first quarter. Hand is leading 6-0, but they're down near the 20. Split wide left this time is Dan Guinapero.
Oh my God, the left side's wide open.
This time Brill is going right behind Rob Mason.
Ball's on about the...
He was right in Rob Mason's hip pocket and followed him forward for about 5 yards.
Mike Burrow on the carry.
On the right side of that line are Mike Anderson at right guard and Rob Mason at right tackle and Matt Soper at tight end. And Burrell is hitting a little hit at the line of scrimmage, bounces off, gains a yard, and that's it.
Burrow on the carry for a short gain to bring up 2 down.
We have a timeout for a Hand with third and about 5, and the ball is right on the 15-yard line. After the timeout by Hand comes out with 2 men split to the left. Peter Lawler, slot left. And a pitch to the right to Mike Burrell, who is ridden out of bounds. He's going to be short of a first down by about 3.
Run by number 5, Mike Burrell.
That's going to bring up a fourth down.
Eric Hines and Dan Galligan.
Fourth and a long 4, 3.
It's about 3.5, 4 yards to go for a first down, and a fourth down coming up for Hand. No question what they're going to do this time. 82 is Duggan split to the left. It's handed off to Burrell. He's got the opening all the way to the end zone. Mike Burrell takes it in for a touchdown from the 14-yard line. 14-yard line right behind the blocking of Tim Hevesy, and Mike Anderson took it all the way in untouched. Good blocking ahead of that run. Hand did not get their first point after touchdown, so this time they're lining up to go for 2. Burrell is behind Gumkowski. Gumkowski rolling right and throws incomplete into the end zone. He was aiming for Duggan. A little bit behind him, but it was a catchable ball. So the score remains 12-0 with Daniel Hand leading the Huskies of Morgan High School with 3:44 left first quarter. Tom Hopkins has the ball teed up for a kickoff back to Morgan after Hand's second touchdown. They have been unsuccessful on 2 point after tries, however. 12-0. And Hopkins will probably continue his hitting the ball low and hard, and he hits a bouncer, and it bounces over one man's head, picked up at about the 21, swinging to the left, and he's dragged down from behind. Pretty good coverage by Hand that time. That's Lawler makes the tackle. Peter Lawler. Are you on? The run back, we had an illegal block on that. There was a flag thrown, and it's going to be against Morgan, so that's going to push them deeper.
There's a flag on the play. It'll be against Morgan.
So that's a big one. 15 yards back to the 15. Pitch this time to the left. Mac Dolan is trying to string it out and is tackled. A good tackle by Dan Larragee. Larragee from a linebacking position met the ball carrier with a pretty good gain, about a 7-yard gain. Ball to 22. Rob Mason back in the game. Andy Drennan is right over the center. On either side of him are Mason and Anderson. And the defensive ends are Hevesy, who makes this tackle. The ball carrier runs right at Tim Hevesy, and that should stop him short of a first down. Mac Dolan is also in on the tackle. 3rd and 1 for Morgan.
3rd and short for Morgan.
The defensive ends for Hand again are Tim Hevesy and Matt Soper. Anderson and Drennan are the two down men in the middle of the line. And run right up the middle, and he got a first down. Tackle by Malik and Peter Lawler.
That'll be a first down for Morgan.
First down, carried to about the 28. Morgan in I formation this time with two receivers to the right, and it's run right up the middle. And Mike Anderson gets his man by the shoelaces as he goes across the line of scrimmage. About 3-yard gain. Second down, about 7. Quarterback looking to throw. And a short dump-off pass to the near sideline and run out of bounds by Dolan and Hevesy. Short of a first down.
Brought down by Mac Dolan.
Ball is right on the 35. 3rd down and 3.
3rd and 3 for Morgan.
And is showing a 5-man front this time. On defense with Tom Malik, linebacker, and that play is stuffed. Rob Mason makes a tackle, and closing in is Mike Anderson. Anderson hit him first, and Mason finished the tackle. That'll bring up 4th down and about 3. No gain. That was a good surge by Mike Anderson, who crossed the line of scrimmage and got a hold of his man in the backfield. Morgan in punt formation. Lawler and Hamill back to receive. And it's a good high kick. High spiral will not be fielded, bounces sideways, and is fielded down at about the 32.
Punt is down at the Hand 32-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10.
That's the guy, Matty, right there, number 40.
We have just over a minute left in the first quarter, with Hand leading 12-0. Starts this drive from the 32. Lawler motion to the left and handed off in the backfield to Hamill. Hamill goes forward for about 5.
Carried by Hamill.
Eric Hamill carried the ball that time behind the blocking of Tim Hevesy and Andy Drennan on the left side of the line. Familiar I formation, tight formation, and Morgan man breaks the line of scrimmage early. That should just about give Hand a first down.
Oh, he did it first couple plays now.
First down for Hand on the offside by Morgan. They were expecting a run and had a lot of defensive men up front, and one of them
First down for Hand.
moved early. Quinapero split wide left. It's handed off to Burrell, and Burrell breaks his tackle, heading for the left sideline, and man is gaining on him. He's not going to go all the way, but he's going to take it almost to the 10.
Ball's going to be spotted at the 11-yard line.
Carried by number 5,
So Mike Burrell picks up blocking on the left side of the line, makes a good cut, and takes it all the way to the 11-yard line. The clock shows 10 seconds left in the quarter, and it is running, so that should be the last play of the quarter before get this play off. And Daniel Hand is leading 12-0 at the end of the first quarter against the Morgan Huskies. So Hand, the long run by Mike Burrell, takes it down to the 11-yard line as we begin quarter number 2. And off to the tailback, Hamill, big hole. And Hamill is inside the 5. Looks like he's down to about the 4.
number 8,
Hamill behind the right side blocking of Anderson and Mason and Soper. Second down and about 3. They can make a first down at about the 1.5 or 2. Tight formation this time. And it's given to Burrell, who goes forward near the goal line. No signal. He should have taken that one up to about the 1, as near as we can tell from here. They're going
off to number 5, Michael Burrell.
to spot it at about 1.5. Third down and short. They can gain a first down with about another yard. And they need about 2 for a touchdown. Tight formation, power I, strong to the right, and Hamill takes it forward. And he is not in the end zone, but he should have the first down.
Number 8, Campbell.
The referee signaled the ball came loose, and Morgan recovered down there. So Morgan gets the ball back at about the 1. I did not see that ball come loose, but the signal was that Morgan recovered.
A fumble, it'll be Morgan ball.
Morgan gets the ball back at the 1-yard line. 10.5 minutes left, second quarter. Hand is continuing to lead 12-0. A little confusion in Morgan's backfield. Now they got it straight. A run up the middle, and he's met with very little gain.
Ball's on the 1-yard line.
Run by Luis Rivera.
Linebacker Tom Malik finishes the play off, and Andy Drennan was underneath of it.
Very close to the goal line.
Timeout by Morgan. No gain on that last play. So Morgan burns their first timeout of the half. No gain on that last play. Drennan is right over the center. And a quarterback keep, and he's coming forward for maybe a yard, and that's it. Matt Soper makes the tackle.
Brought down by Matt Soper.
That was a gain of about a yard. That'll bring up 3rd and 9. Andy Drennan, Rob Mason, and Mike Anderson are the 3 men in the middle of the line. Matt Soper playing a defensive end. Tim Hevesy playing the far side defensive end. 3rd and 9. Handed off, run to the left. And he's trying to turn the corner, and Duggan brings him down. Looks like he should be short, maybe a yard of the first one. Depends on where they spot it. They're going to put it down just about the 10, and he's going to be a yard short. 4th and 1 for Morgan, but a pretty good run. Lawler and Hamill expecting a punt, or dropping back to about around the 40. Morgan will punt out of the end zone.
Better stay on sides.
a good high kick, a floater, and a fair catch by Lawler on the far side at about the 42. Peter Lawler gets the ball. Good punt by Morgan, but Hand gets the ball back.
Peter Lawler will be first down for Hand.
Okay, listen, that was a defense.
Mark Gumkowski all the way at quarterback so far. Mike Burrell at fullback. Eric Hamill at tailback. Pitch to Hamill, swinging to the right. Hamill has got about 4 yards across the 40.
Pitch to number 8, Eric Hamill.
Swinging around the right side. He's behind the blocking of Matt Soper. That's a tight end on that side. Ryan Dora is put wide to the left on this play. And handed off to Burrell, who's hit near the line of scrimmage but falls forward for about 3.
He's hand off to number 5. Mike Burrell.
We'll bring up a third down and about 4.
For the Tigers.
Ball at about the 36. 3rd and 4. Duggan split wide left. And handed off this time to Hamill. Hamill should have the first down. He's near the 30. About the 31, they're going to spot it. And a first down for Hand. And with their strong ground game has had one complete pass to this point. Otherwise, they're keeping it on the ground and moving the clock. And Gumkowski looking to throw this time, rolling right. Now he's bringing it down, going forward for about 2 or 3. Now he gets away and gets more than that. He was hit after getting about 2 yards and carried it for another 5.
This will bring up a 2nd and 4 for Hand.
2nd and a long 3, it looks like. Ball at the 25. So Gumkowski made a pretty good gain on first down. Peter Lawler motion to the right. And Gumkowski fumbles the ball in the backfield, and he's going to be hit for a loss. About a 7-yard loss that time. That ball was not handled cleanly.
And Dan Buckley.
So the Morgan fans on this side of the field have something to cheer about on that play. 3rd and 9 for Hand. Lawler slot left, Duggan wide left. Gumkowski looking to throw. He's being pursued, and he's going to be tackled in the backfield. Going for another loss. About an 8-yard loss. The ball back to about the 40. Two sacks in a row has put Hand back at the 40 with 4th and about 20. And Dan Glenn, the punter, will get it out of there. He'll hit it right near midfield. It's an end-over-end kick and pretty good roll. Ball is inside the 10.
That looks like it's about the 6-yard line. 6-yard line.
We can't see the yard markers from here, but it looks like it's at about the 6 or 7. The ball looks like it's about the 7-yard line. Morgan possession again, 5.5 minutes left before halftime. Pitch to the right this time, student body right, and Tom Hopkins slows the play up, and Lawler finally brings him down by the shirt tail. Pretty good gain. About a 6-yard gain for Morgan.
5 minutes, 6 minutes.
That last play was run strong to the right. It's almost like a wishbone formation. This time handed off to the first man who gains a couple yards. And the bottom of that tackle were Andy Drennan and Matt Soper. Third down, about 3. Ball's at about the 14, it looks like. And run this time to the right side and cut down in the backfield by Dolan, who comes up and makes a tackle. Mac Dolan, a short tackle. And that lost a couple of yards. Brings up 4th and about 5 for Morgan.
4th and 5 for Morgan.
Ball looks like it's about the 11. And Morgan in punt formation. Back to receive are Hamill and Lawler. Another punt from near the end zone, and this one goes high and wobbles, and it's aimed for Hamill. Hamill is swinging to the right, and it crosses the 40, nothing more. Gets to about the 39.
Run back by number 8, Eric Hamill.
So Hand gets the ball back with 3:37 left before halftime, leading 12-0. Guinapero split wide left with single coverage. Handed off to the first man through Burrell, and he's met after about a yard gain. Not much that play.
Hand off to number 5, Mike Burrell, taken down by Luis Rivera.
Dan Larragee in the game for Burrell, bringing in a play. Split backfield this time for Hand. And pitch to the right to Hamill, and he was almost hit before he got the ball, but carries it forward for about 5 or 6.
Run by number 8, Eric Hamill. Brought down by Luis Rivera.
Third down and a long 5 for Hand. Ball at the 34. So the last few minutes, it's been pretty much a stalemate. This time pitch to the right, and Burrell is hitting the backfield. Lost a yard or 2. Defensive man on the far side of the field was in on that play quickly. Burrell had no chance to get around the corner. That'll bring up 4th and about 8. Ball at the 37. Hand is not going to punt it. Kumkowski hands off to Burrell, who carries forward for a little bit, but that will get the ball back to Morgan.
Wait till we get down.
Burrell carries the ball to the 35, and that's all.
No, they just get lined up now.
Stay right there. Stay right there. Stay right on the first level. Jeez, you can get too many guys up. We'll be over in the soccer field.
Morgan gets the ball on downs with 1.5 minutes left before halftime at the 35. And quarterback looking to throw. He's being pursued by Hevesy and almost intercepted. Tom Hopkins almost had a pick on that one. Hevesy was right behind the quarterback, about to nail him before he unloaded it. Second and 10 for Morgan. And pitch to the right, and man is dragged down in the backfield by Hopkins, and Matt Soper was also right there. Soper made him go wide, and Hopkins made the tackle. A couple of yards loss on that. 3rd and 12 coming up for Morgan with 1 minute left before halftime. Third and long. And handled up right up the middle and dragged down with about a 2-yard gain.
By number 35, Kevin Bielsa.
Larragee in on the tackle,
Brought down by Dan.
and is going to call a timeout to stop the clock with 42 seconds left before halftime. With only 42 seconds left before half, Morgan has a 4th down, and Hand has Lawler and Hamill back to receive, expecting a punt. They may try to block this one too. Morgan with 3 blockers, and everybody's coming through, but the punter gets off a good punt. Good punt, and it's not fielded. Finally down by Lawler, clear back to about the 24. So a good punt by Morgan.
I don't want it. You can have it. No, you have it.
Roosevelt's kick is down by number 34, Peter Lawler.
No, you can have it. No, I don't want it. You can have it.
And with a first down, but we're down to 25 seconds left in the half. And a long ways to go. And they'll play it safe by handing it off to Hamill, who gets a first down, gains about 11 yards.
Eric Hamill. Brought down by Luis Rivera.
And Hand takes another timeout to stop the clock with 16 seconds left before the half. You cut it. Okay, Steve. First down for Hand, but not much time left. Gumkowski is rolling right, looking to throw long. Now he throws it. It's caught on, no, incomplete. Peter Lawler had his hands on it, but could not bring it in at about the 42. And with that incomplete pass, we have just under 10 seconds left before the half. 2nd and 10. And Guinaperos, but wide to the left. Gumkowski is going to hand it off right up the middle, and a good hole. A long game, but that should run out the half. That was Dan Larragee with a gain down to about the 41.
Number 38, Dan Larragee.
We have 4 seconds showing on the clock. Gumkowski may kill it here very quickly.
No, where's he going to set
So the clock is running, and Gumkowski gets it off. Flag is thrown. We'll see what that flag is. If it's on the defense, they may have to play it down over. It's a motion penalty against Hand, so that will run out the first half with Hand leading 12-0 against the Morgan Huskies on the Saturday afternoon game. This has been sort of a grinded out game so far. Hand missed one golden opportunity to score with a fumble recovery by Morgan on about the 1. But they are leading 12-0 at this point. For the halftime, the Daniel Hand Band will perform. They're under the direction of Richard Fasano. The drum majors are Angela.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. The Daniel Hand High School Tiger Marching Band is under the direction of Richard Fasano. Watch now as drum majors Angela Catapiano, Matt Cimento, and Liz Milligan lead the band downfield for the Del Shannon 1961 rock and roll hit, Runaway. As the band sets the stage, the Tigerette Flag Squad, led by Captain Sabina Rolstead, Lee Tellier, and Gwen Goodman, will now perform to an all-time Beatles favorite, Get Back. Show, that Tiger Band and Flag Squad will perform our school fight song, On Wisconsin.
Half number 2 of the Hand-Morgan game is about to get underway with Tom Hopkins teeing the ball up. The first half was a grinded-out, methodical type of football game. Hand's defense has held Morgan. I don't believe they've crossed the midfield in the whole first half. and Hand had a chance to score one more touchdown. They did, but they only got a 12-point lead. So Hand needs to turn it up a notch in the second half and not make quite so many mistakes. Quite a few penalties against Hand. One turnover that was costly down on the 1-yard line. They were close to scoring. Hand got a turnover on an interception by Ryan Dorez early in the game that led to one of their first scores. As we begin half number 2, Tom Hopkins hits the ball. A low bouncer, picked up this time at the 25, and run back up the middle. The man bounces off of one tackle and goes forward, finally tackled by Ryan Dorez at the 41. Ryan Dorez prevented a long run back there. Morgan gets the ball first in the second half. Morgan started the game in a shotgun formation and passed several times in a row. Since that time, they have not passed much after the interception by Dorez. This time a pitch to the right and a run to the right, and Hopkins is turned in, and finally the tackle is made by Ryan Dorez, who comes up from a safety position to make the tackle. On a 4-yard gain by Dorez. And Morgan has a very effective sweep where they have at least 2 blockers ahead of the ball carrier going around the corner. This time an I formation, handed off to the first man, and he's met with about a yard gain. Tom Malik fills the hole and meets the ball carrier for only about a yard gain.
Touchdown by Tom Malik.
Tom Malik, the inside linebacker who also calls the defensive signals. He and Dan Larragee are the 2 linebackers. The corners are Hopkins and quarterback Keith this time around the left corner, and he's got a first down. Tackled on the far sideline by Hamill. Hamill and Dolan on the far side. But a pretty good gain and a first down for Morgan. Ball down at the 46. So Morgan is running wide on Hand right now, each side of the field. Morgan has 2 receivers to the right side, a pitch to the right with a lot of blocking ahead of him. But Hopkins has got him in the backfield for about a 3-yard loss. Tom Hopkins smelled that play out and played it well.
Now by Tom Hopkins and Matt Silver.
Hopkins refused to be blocked on that play and held his ground and made the tackle for a loss. Second and a long 12, close to 13. Quarterback hands off to the first man through and gains a yard or 2, and Tom Malik meets him. Only about a yard gain.
Hand off to Kevin Biorto.
Good play by Malik. Mark Gumkowski is into the game in the secondary, replacing Rob Mason, who is a lineman. This time it looks like Hand will have 3 down linemen. One of them is Chad Davis, number 77. Andy Drennan over the ball carrier. Matt Soper, the other down lineman. Quarterback straight back to throw, and he's being pressured by Malik and finally gets it away. Got a man open. Complete pass on the far sideline down to the 31. Good long pass play, tackled by Hamill.
First down, Morgan.
So Morgan is moving the ball in their first possession of the second half, trailing by 12 points. If they score a touchdown and get a conversion here, they're right back in this ball game. Morgan's got a man split wide each side, I formation. And a pitch to the right, run to the right, and a tackle in the backfield by Hopkins. Good play, a long loss. Tom Hopkins fought off a block and made the tackle for a loss of about 7 or 8. Hopkins played that one as well as it could be played. Second down and about 18. I've run to the right or left this time. One tackle missed and a gain of about 2 yards. Hang on a minute. Hang on a minute.
One by Luis Rivera.
I got it. Okay, thank you.
Brought down by Eric Hamill.
So it's a
And Dan Larragee.
that will bring up third down and about 15. It looks like. Ball to 35. This should normally be a passing situation. Quarterback straight back. He's looking to throw and throws across the middle. It's intercepted by Hamill. Hamill picks it off at about the 32. Eric Hamill cut in front of the receiver and intercepted.
Hey, Matty. Tell them to be minding off the line and walk away.
Good play by Eric Hamill. Shuts off Morgan's probably their deepest penetration of the game.
For the Tigers.
And with Gumkowski all the way at quarterback, hands off to tailback Hamill, who is hit in the backfield. The ball is loose. It's picked up by Morgan. Morgan man is running to the near sideline, and Mike Burrell tries to make a tackle. Finally, the tackle is made by Gumkowski, clear down inside the 10, about the 10-yard line. That ball is stripped and knocked loose and run back by Morgan. First down for Morgan, just outside the 10. So back-to-back turnovers, interception by hand, fumble by hand. Run this time to the left side. The man cuts back, gains a couple yards. Tackle by Larragee.
The ball's on
About a 2-yard gain.
7 yard,
Hamill in on the tackle.
8 yard line.
So this is Morgan's deepest penetration. Second down and about 8. The ball at about the 8. And a run to the left and tackled a yard gain at most. Tackled by Hevesy. Tim Hevesy makes a tackle.
That ball's on about the,
Brought down by Tim Hevesy.
no gain. Same position.
Not much gain on that last play at all. It was stopped right near the line of scrimmage. Third down and about 7. Quarterback looking to throw, rolling right. Now he's going to bring it down and heading for the end zone. And he's got the touchdown. Morgan scores the touchdown. Quarterback rolled right, looking to throw, pulled it down, ran it into the corner of the end zone, hurdling the last tackler of hands. So they're right back in this ball game, 12-6 with a conversion try coming. We have 6 minutes left in the third quarter. Morgan lines up to try the extra point kick. Kick is up, kick is good. 12-7, 5-point lead for Hand. Kickoff back to Hand after their first score of the game with 5:57 left in the third quarter. Back deep to receive for Hand are Lawler and Hamill. It's a long high kick aimed for Hamill, who fields it at about the 14. Hamill cuts it back and goes across the 20 to near the 25. About an 11-yard return by Eric Hamill.
Pop! The key! The key! Key! The key! Give me that key!
Hand.
Tim Hevesy over the ball at center. Mark Gumkowski hands off to Hamill. Hamill picks his way forward for only a yard or so. And he is thrown back, but he gained about a yard on the play.
That takes time. You gotta run right at them.
That score by Morgan obviously has inspired them a little bit. And Han finds themselves in a tough ball game. Gumkowski hands off to Burrell, who's got a good gain. First down. First down plus about 4 more.
Keep going at them.
Across the 40.
Takes time.
About the 41-yard line. Mike Burrell.
That'll be a first down for Hand.
We have an official's timeout before this play gets started. Somebody on the Morgan side needs to tie his shoe, it looks like.
He gets picked off in the air.
Ball to 41.
Now it's 66.
Now, flag is thrown before that play gets started.
We weren't set.
There's a flag on the play.
Line judge on this side of the field threw the flag before the play started. It's an encroachment by hand. Somebody left early. Dead ball, 5-yard penalty. Back to about the 36. First down repeated, but they've got about 15 to go, and another flag before the play gets started.
There's a flag on the play.
You better find out who it is. I don't know who it is. They're going offside again.
Same referee threw the flag for the same encroachment against Han, another 5 yards backwards. And Han is going to the north when they should be heading south. They now have first down and 20. And now this time to Eric Hamill, who fights his way forward. Gain about 7.
He's not tackling anyone anymore. He's going right after the football. That's all he's doing. He's trying to go after the football and missed it. And then pick up 2 more yards.
And Eric Hamill picks up about 7 yards, tough yards. And the Morgan tacklers are trying to strip the ball from him every time he handles it. Hand it off this time to first man through. And another gain of about 5.
He's got 3rd and 10. 3rd and 10.
That was Dan Larragee that carried the ball. Right over Tim Hevesy at center, and Andy Drennan and Mike Anderson. That will now bring up a 3rd down and about 9. So they got 11 of that 20 back. Mark Gumkowski doesn't like what he sees and calls a timeout before the 3rd and long play gets off. Third and 9. Han needs 9 yards to keep their drive alive. Gumkowski straight back looking to throw. And now he loses the ball, picks it up, throws it, incomplete pass. Bring up 4th and long. So a defender for Morgan knocked the ball out of Mark Gumkowski's hand, but he did pick it up and managed to get a pass off. Incomplete. 4th and long, punting situation for him.
4th and 8 for Hand.
Van Glenn back to punt. Tim Hevesy is the snapper. It's a good snap and a pretty good kick. High floater.
Get away.
It hits and bounces backwards. And Mike Burrell downs it at about the 38. So a pretty good kick, but not a very good bounce for Hand. Morgan gets the ball back right after they scored the last time they had it. Hand has uncharacteristically made a number of mistakes in this game. Number of penalties and a couple of turnovers. So Morgan with the ball back. I formation, pitch to the, swinging to the right this time. And Ryan Torres comes up and slips, and Hopkins makes the tackle with about close to a first down, almost a 10-yard run for Morgan. Run to the right. Ryan Torres came up from his safety position to meet that carry, and his feet both went out from under him. They will measure.
We'll have to measure.
Giving too much of a push in. No, he didn't attack him at all. He did it one time in the last season.
Second and inches. Orlowski.
Okay. The measurement showed Morgan to be about 1 3/8 inches short, but a second down play. And a run up the middle and a first down, plus a couple of yards. Tackle made by Dolan and Hopkins.
That'll be a first down for Morgan after the carry by Luis Rivera.
Ball at the 46 now, and Morgan is moving it again. They played most of the first half, and they're wrong end of the field, and so far the second half they have scored once and have got it across midfield again. We're down to 2 minutes left in the third quarter. Quarterback option, pitch to the left, and a good run by Morgan. Peter Lawler is after him on the far sideline, but a long run. Lawler gets him out of bounds at about the 25. Morgan has had success running wide on Hand. First down at the 25 for Morgan. And quarterback keep this time and heading to the right side. And the quarterback makes pretty good yardage. That's an 8 or 9 yard run by Morgan. Now they're going to spot it far enough down to give him a first down. 10-yard run. Ball is at about the 14.
14.
And the Morgan Huskies are barking loudly, and there is one in front of us. Quarterback keep again, running to the right, option play, and it is met. That was dangerous. Morgan kept the ball, but Tommy Hopkins met the ball carrier just as he got the ball.
15-yard line. 15.
Yard loss. And a timeout by Morgan. 2nd and 11 coming up. About a yard loss on the last play. Morgan takes a timeout. It'll be 2nd and 11. The ball is right at the 15. Option play to the left, and the quarterback's going to keep it. Hand players are stringing it out, and finally tackled on the far sideline.
14-yard line. 14.
And that was 82 that made the tackle, Bob Duggan. So Morgan thinks they found a weakness in Hand's defense by running wide on them. That was only about a yard gain. 3rd and a good long 9. ball is about the 14. Right side of the field is to the right. Quarterback rolls to the right, and he's looking to dump a pass over. Incomplete pass. Overthrown his man. Malik and Hopkins are on the coverage on the near sideline. 3rd and 9. Well, they turn it over. 4th down coming up. 4th and 9 for Morgan. Morgan can make a first down at about the 5. They need to stop this play. Quarterback looking to throw. He's being pressured. Now he throws it in the air, and that's well overthrown. Well overthrown. Dolan had the coverage, and Gumkowski and Lawler were both in on the quarterback. He had no time. So the ball comes back to Hand. A big defensive play. Made by the good defensive pressure. 2 men for Hand in on the quarterback, and he had to get rid of it. Hand gets the ball back. Pitch this time to Hamill. Hamill gains about 5. We're inside of a minute left in the 3rd quarter of this game. Hand is leading 12-7, so it's still anybody's game at this point. We have an official's timeout to repair some equipment for a Hand player. That break in the action was actually Eric Hamill, who went down with either a cramp or a Charlie horse. He's got to go out for at least one play. Mike Burrell is in a tailback. Burrell gets the ball swinging to the right side, and he does not have a first down, but he's within a yard or so of it. That will bring up 3rd and short. 3rd and about 2. Dan Larragee in at the fullback position. Burrell still at tailback. And hand it off to Larragee, and Larragee should have the first down.
Looks like he's got the first down.
He's near the 25. He needed to get to the 24.
Get the spot of first down.
The referees are still looking at that one, but it looks clearly like a first down from here, and finally they signal it. First down for Hand. They needed that on the 3rd down play. With the score remaining, Daniel Hand 12 and the Morgan Huskies 7. 4th quarter coming up. And Hand with a first down. We're looking into the sun now. Handed off to the first man through. Burrell breaks it up the middle. Long gain going. Finally, he's going to be dragged down at about the 45. A good run by Mike Burrell, who broke the line of scrimmage and gained another 20. Hand needs to sustain a long drive and punch it in the end zone here to get their lead a little bit safer. Only 5 points ahead. Ball at the 45. Ryan Dorez in at the fullback position, and he carries the ball forward for a couple.
Run by Ryan Dorez.
About a 2-yard gain by Dorez. 2nd and 8. Ball is about the 42.
Hope we can get the linebacker. Rodriguez is sitting right there.
Mark Gumkowski hands off to tailback, and a good run up the middle, still going. First down.
I think we're better off running right at Rodriguez than away from him.
And that's Eric Hamill back in the game, so he was not injured very much earlier. Eric Hamill carries it forward for a first down. And Hand is moving the ball, and they need to keep it and score with it this time.
There he is, number 30.
We're in the 4th quarter. Ball is 28. Split backfield this time. Hand off to Burrell, and Burrell buries his way forward. The hand line made a good line surge that time. Rob Mason and Mike Anderson particularly were ahead of that run and drove their man forward. Split backfield again. Pitch to the left to Hamill. Hamill gains 2 or 3, and that's it. When Hamill carries the ball, one man tries to tackle him, and about 2 try to take the ball away from him. He was successful in holding on to it, but that'll bring up 3rd and about 5. Ball at the 22. And up this time to Burrell, and he's met at the line of scrimmage and won't gain much. Gain maybe a yard. Mike Burrell was trying to go over left guard, left tackle, and did not gain much. That's going to bring up 4th and 3 for Hand, just outside the 20. Big 4th down play coming up for Hand. They need a good 3 yards to keep their drive going. Domkowski pitches to Hamill, and Hamill goes forward. He should have it.
First down.
Hamill to the 15. Needs 3, and he gained about 5.
Ball's on the 15.
So Eric Hamill picks up the first down and keeps the ball in Hand's possession. And has got a pretty good sustained drive going, but not getting big chunks too much. This run is by Hamill, dragging it forward to the 10.
Let's see, 9-yard line, 9.
So Hamill right behind center right guard. Those are Tim Hevesy and Mike Anderson. Gains 5. Ryan Dorez is in at the fullback position. And the handoff to Dorez. Dorez up the middle. Dorez heading for the end zone. He's got it. Ryan Dorez. Touchdown for Hand, a 10-yard run.
Let's kick it. We need the 1 point.
That extends Hand's lead to 18-7, and they needed that score. Ryan Dorez had excellent blocking ahead of that play. Tim Hevesy, Andy Drennan, Mike Anderson, Mike Salmani, and Hand will attempt to kick the extra point. Jim Willison, good snap, good placement, kick up, and the kick is good this time. Jim Willis puts it through to take Hand's score to 19-7.
A 19-7 lead.
Hand has extended their lead, and Tommy Hopkins has the ball to kick off back to Morgan. That was a good sustained drive and excellent blocking for the 10-yard run by Ryan Dorez right up the middle to put it in the end zone. It's still somewhat uninspired football here, but Hand has extended their lead out to 12 again. Hopkins hits another ground ball, and it hits and bounces, fumbled, picked up at the 20. The man is swinging to the near side, and a good tackle back there. And that is Lawler, who is in on a lot of the tackles for run back. Peter Lawler made a good tackle to stop the run back at the 25. So we're down to 8 minutes left in this ball game. And Morgan may come out throwing the ball. They have a trick play here, it looks like, with half of the squad on the other side of the field. And the quarterback is looking to throw long. He's trying to unleash it on long with nobody back there. Good coverage by Lawler and Hamill. That time Morgan had all their linemen except the center clear on the far side of the field. There is a flag lying down at the 25.
Flag on the play.
I'm not quite sure what that was supposed to do, but it had Morgan confused as well as Hand. The options are being explained to Peter Lawler. That penalty is going to be refused.
To bring up second down for Morgan.
2nd and 10 at the 25. And here we go again with all the linemen going to the far side of the field. Center over the ball, wide receiver to the left. And one blocker back by the quarterback, and they're going after him. And it's a screen across the middle and almost intercepted. Picked up on a trap hop by Peter Lawler. But the element of surprise was missing on that one a little bit after they had run it for the second time. 3rd and 10 for Morgan. And they're going to come out with a conventional line this time on offense. 3rd and 10. I formation, receivers on each side of the field for Morgan. Quarterback looking to throw, being pursued, and in and out of the hands of one man. Tommy Hopkins was right there by the receiver. Even if that had been caught, it would have been stopped very near the line of scrimmage probably. That will bring up 4th and 10 for Morgan. 3 pass plays, all incomplete.
Come on, Jerry.
We're down to 7.5 minutes left in the ball game with Hand leading by 12. And Hand is not going to drop anybody back this time. I'm not sure he's going to punt it, but it is punted away. A good long high kick, and that one will just roll. Fortunately for Hand, it's rolling backwards, and it's down at about the 38. Hand gets the ball back with 7:18 left on the clock.
We're going to continue to run for our left, which is right at Rodriguez.
Everybody pretty well knows what Hand is going to do, including Morgan. They've got about 8 defensive men up to the line of scrimmage trying to stop the run. Quarterback keeper Gumkowski keeps the ball, crosses the 40 to about the 42.
Strip that ball, that's all he's doing. Strip the ball.
Brought down by Kevin Bjorkdahl.
The attackers for Morgan are trying to knock a ball out of the ball carrier's hands each time, but Gumkowski hangs on to it for about a 4-yard gain.
Yes. Don't mean it.
And Hand's offensive line here, if they can blow Morgan off the ball and keep the drive going.
He's running with his head down.
Hamill gains about 2 to the 45. Now Morgan man is down. We have a break in the action for an injury timeout. The ball is at the 45. Needs about 4 yards for a first down. 3rd down coming up. Pitch this time to the right to Hamill. Hamill is picking his way. Got a first down. Finally pushed out of bounds on the sideline, but the ball is taken clear forward to the 37. Eric Hamill stayed in bounds, stayed on his feet, got a first down, keeps Hand's possession, keeps the clock rolling, and we're down to 6 minutes left in the ball game. gets the ball, goes forward for about 2. Ball at the 35. Morgan is bunching the defense, trying to stop the run. They had 7 or 8 men right up near the line of scrimmage. Second and 8. Looks like Larragee in at fullback and hand it off to Hamill. Hamill surges forward for about 4 or 5 near the 25. Third down and almost 4 to go.
Can he run option left?
Third down play, split backfield this time. Ryan Dorez is in there. Dorez gets the ball, goes forward. He's near a first down, may have it.
Close. It's close. He's going to be short by a little.
Ryan Dorez right behind the blocking of Matt Soper and Rob Mason on the right side of the line. And the referee says first down for Hand. Another set of downs. Ball to 26. And that's Mike Burrell who gets almost 5 tough yards. Running off the right side again. Peter Lawler blocking right ahead of him. And has got the big boys in there to try to push Morgan back. It's like about 4 yards on that last game. And off to Burrell. Burrell doesn't get much that time, about a yard. Mike Burrell met right the line of scrimmage, and he went forward for a couple feet. Ball is at 21. Third and 5. And off to Ryan Dorez up the middle. He's got some yardage. He's near a first down. Ryan Dorez takes it forward, and that's going to be close. It'll be just short. That will bring up another 4th down for Hand with looks like about 1.5 feet for a first. 4th down play for him. We're down to 3 minutes left in the game. And off this time to Brill. He goes forward. First down.
The ball's on the 15.
First down. He crossed the 15. He needed to get just short of the 15. Mike Brill behind Hevesy and Anderson blocking ahead of the play. They didn't give him a real good spot. They put it right on the 15, but he still had it by almost a yard. Hand can put this game away almost if they can drive it down and score here. Domkowski hands off to Hamill. Hamill forward and good run, still going. Inside the 5 down to about the 3.
3-yard line.
That should be another first down. He needed to make the 5 for a first down. He got it. First down for the Hand at the 3. 2.5 minutes left in the ball game. So a new set of downs for Hand and the clock rolling. Power eye strong to the right this time. Handed off to Burrell and fights his way forward to about the 1.
Maybe 1.
Taken down by Jeff Johansson.
Ball's on the 1. 1.
Mike Anderson blocking ahead of that play. And Tim Hevesy. Mike Burrell puts it on the 1 yard line. Second and goal at the 1. Ryan Dorez in at fullback. Eric Hamill at tailback. Now we'll probably see a strong line surge straight forward. And it's handed off to Dorez, who goes forward. Should have it. Touchdown. Ryan Dorez held the ball forward over the goal line to get the score. And that takes hand up to 19. With the conversion try coming up.
We're still in here.
Ryan Dorez fought his way near the goal line and held the ball with both hands out across the goal. Willison to try the extra point. Good snap, good placement, almost blocked, but he puts it through. Jim Willis, extra point good. That runs the score to 26-7, and also, more importantly, probably runs the clock down to 1:23 left in this ballgame. And we'll kick it off back to Morgan. Tommy Hopkins set to kick. Hopkins hits in the air this time. He's been hitting ground balls. This one is fielded back at about the 14, and the run back still on his feet. Slowed up a one-hand defender and tackled by two others.
Return to the 28-yard
First man of the hand on him, as normal, is Peter Lawler. Lawler has done a super job on the coverage, kick coverage for hand. He's been in on almost every tackle. Morgan comes out in a shotgun formation, passing type formation. Man in motion to the right, receivers both sides of the field. And the throw to the near side of the field, incomplete, overthrown. Coverage over here by Dolan and Lawler.
That's we're looking for number 30, Luis Rivera.
And with that play, the clock runs inside of 1 minute left in this ball game, with Hand leading by 19. Motion to the near side this time. And quarterback looking to throw across the middle. He got a man wide open. Complete pass. And he's going to be tackled by Hamill at about the 40. But a good gain, a first down for Morgan. It's a little late, but a very good play by Morgan. And we do have a timeout, it looks like, to stop the clock with 47 seconds left in the ballgame. Morgan set to run a play as soon as Steve Sekula gets off the field, talking to his defensive charges. Three-man rush by Hand and a long pass down the near sideline, well overthrown, incomplete pass.
Still has some passes incomplete, intended for Luis Rivera.
Second and 10 for Morgan at the 40. Shotgun formation, motion right. And kind of a low snap, a flag is thrown near the line of scrimmage. Quarterback keep up the middle, and he's going to be dragged down, hit by Malik, tackled by Dolan. But a flag is thrown looking down the line of scrimmage. And a timeout taken by Morgan. That is a motion penalty against Morgan, which will take it back to the 40.
There's a flag on the play. It's against Morgan.
Not the 40, but the 45. The referee picked it up and took it another 5 yards. And we're down to near half a minute left in the ball game with Hand safely in the lead, but this was a tough game and quite a few mistakes by Hand, more than most of their games. Now Morgan takes a timeout before they can get it going. So Morgan takes a timeout with just over a half a minute left to play, and they're cooking up a 3-touchdown play on this one. 4 linemen in for Hand, including some new people, and quarterback keeper. And finally it's thrown across the middle and caught. Long gain inside the 10. Very good play. First down for Morgan. I noticed Anthony Crampton was in the game and Chad Davis on defense. First down for Morgan. Shotgun formation, a flag is thrown on the line of scrimmage and complete pass, but short of a touchdown. Dolan makes the tackle. The clock is down to 12 seconds. That play will come back, it looks like, against Morgan. And Morgan is playing right now to make the score look a little bit better. But they do have a chance to score. They're at about the 15. 12 seconds left in the ball game. Quarterback, shotgun formation, motion right. Looking to throw to the end zone. And he lofts it out and knocked down. Nice defensive play by Duggan. Bob Duggan knocked the ball down right in front of the receiver with 3.5 seconds left on the clock. One more play. Second and goal, the ball is about 15. This should be the last play of the game. Quarterback rolling to the left. He's being pursued by Chad Davis, thrown across the middle and knocked down this time by Peter Lawler. Incomplete pass, ending the ball game. So they did not let Morgan get in the end zone again. So at the halfway point of this season, after 5 games of a 10-game schedule, Daniel Hand is 5-0 after defeating Morgan today 26-7. This was a somewhat uninspired game and quite a bit of mistakes made. Several turnovers by Hand, a couple of fumbles lost, and a number of penalties, but they had a little bit too much meat in the middle of the line for Morgan. The Morgan team goes to 2-3 and Hand 5-0, and next week Hand plays at Bunnell of Stratford on Friday night. And Bunnell is always a tough team to play, so that one should be a real test of Hand at this point. That about wraps it up for today's game against the Morgan Huskies in Clinton on Saturday afternoon. This is Kent Sprague behind the microphone and Steve Fust behind the camera. Saying goodnight for Daniel Hand High School Tiger football and Madison Community Television, where the final score is Hand 26, Morgan 7.